Hey, how you guys doing? I'm back again with another video. And tonight I'm going to talk about the NFL season. Who I think is going to win, who I think is going to lose, who I think is going to win it all, and who's going to be my surprise team and my disappointing team. Well, let's start off. Let's start off in the NFC. I think my surprise team can be the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions. Now let me explain. First with the Washington Redskins. First, their division is pretty much weak. They pretty much have to worry about the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're going to be a tough team this year. But will Chip Kelly's spread offense will it be exposed? Will it be exposed after 1 year? Because normally in the NFL, when there's a new fad, when there's a new something going on, offensive scheme or defensive scheme, it pretty much gets exposed after in a couple of years. Like look at the Wildcat offense. Everybody thought that was the major buzz, and what happened? It just poof, be gone. People just saw exposed. So that's the main question for Philadelphia. But I think Robert Griffin III will have a bounce back year. I think he'll play like he did in 2012. I knew he was going to struggle last year because he just had a knee surgery, and you have to remember his whole knee went out. He tore his whole knee, like excuse me, he tore his whole knee. So pretty much that year he had to recover. And also you have to think about it, the team did not play him in the preseason. So by the time he was by week 1, that was the first time he had some action, live football action around him. So I think this year he's gonna get more comfortable. I don't think he has that knee brace. They added some more weapons around him, so I think that the Redskins can. I think that Redskins are going to actually win the division. Yes, I think the Redskins will actually win the division. Now, with the Detroit Lions, I think they're going to be a team that's going. I think they're going to be a. Excuse me. I think that the Detroit Lions is going to be a team I think is going to surprise people because you look at the coaching staff. The Lions have Super Bowl talent, but they were mentally weak. I mean, they kept having penalties over and over again, and it was so disappointing to the point where Matt Schwartz had to be fired. So I think with the new Jim Cole, he's gonna bring discipline. I think he's gonna bring calmness to the team. I think this team is gonna have a great year. I think Matthew Stafford's gonna show guys why he was worth being that number one overall pick. I'm rooting for him because he's my fantasy quarterback. But anyway, I think Calvin Johnson will be great. I think that also will be deadly because now you added a Golden Tate, and he can be that second guy or work on the slide. You added a tight end, and also the Lions have two running backs in Josh Bell and Reggie Bush, who who's going to be very dynamic. Both of them going to be dynamic. So I think, and on the defensive side, you probably the best D line in the league with Dominican Sue, the guy who wears 94, he used to play at BYU, and you have Nick Fairley. I think that front four is going to be pivotal. I think it's going to be deadly because you think about it, if you can have a front four that can put all the pressure and linebackers don't have to put as much pressure, that's going to be more dangerous. Now linebackers can get in coverage, or you can just you blitz them, you can go crazy, exotic blitzes and all that good stuff. So I think those two teams going to be the top. Going to be my surprise team. As far as the Seattle Seahawks, I can see them disappointing. Where I think this year it's going to be a lot more tougher. Now they're the hunted instead of the hunter. Now my question is for the Seahawks is, do they have enough weapons at the wide receiver spot? I know they have Tracy Harvin, but they lost Golden Tate. Uh, Doug Baldwin, I wonder how he's going to do. There's a guy on the team that was number 15. I think his name is Curtis. So my question is with the Seahawks, are can they really have that still that hunger, and how much firepower will they have to compete with a team like the Saints that likes to give up, that likes to try to keep making it up and down game. So I think I think watch out for them. Also, I think the Cardinals can be a team that's a deadly team. Last year they won I think around 11 games or 10 or 11. They bring back Carson Palmer, who stabilized that team. I'm not saying he's a superstar, but in a way he stabilized the Cardinals defense. So I think that Carson Palmer's going to be key. I think the Arizona Cardinals going to be a deadly team. So That's what I think is going to happen in the NFC East. And in the NFC South, I think the Falcons going to have a comeback year. You have to remember Julio Jones was out for the year with foot problems, I believe. You still got Matt Ryan. Now, running game, I don't know what they're going to do. I know they got Steven Jackson and the other guy, Jeff Quiz Rogers. I think those two running backs. I hope they can solidify that running game. So you can use the play action pass, but I think Atlanta could be a dang team. So, so that's what I think. I think I think the team's gonna come out. The NFC to me is going to be the New Orleans Saints. I think this is their year. This has to be their year. I think the defense is getting better. You look at Drew Brees. He's going to give you stats. I think that offense is going to be a lot more better. I think it's going to be their time. I think they're going to come out the NFC. I think that they will beat the Seahawks in a playoff game. I think so. And also with the 49ers, everything rests on Colin Kaepernick. He's the type of quarterback that can either lead your team to Super Bowl or he can lead your team to a 7-9 or 6-10 record. He has to be the guy. He has to be the leader. He has to be the tones whatever. He has to be the guy, essentially. They have all the talent around him. He's going to have to carry, he's going to have to make sure he makes the right plays for them to win. Because I think if he goes in there and he does what he likes to do, and he plays great, and he has his breakout year, the 49ers can be a dangerous team. I think they can go to Super Bowl. But I don't think so. I don't trust Kaepernick that much. I still like Russell Wilson. Now in the AFC. I think my two surprise team in the AFC is going to be, hear me out, the San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. I think with the San Diego Chargers is when you have Phillip Rivers as your quarterback, anything's possible. Actually, I think that AFC West is going to be a pretty tough division this year. When you have Phillip Rivers on your team, anything's possible. I remember there was a time where Phillip Rivers had no wide receivers, and they still was making a playoff run. So I think I think with with Phillip Rivers, he can make all things possible. He can be when you have Phillip Rivers, when you have a gunslinger on your team, almost anything is possible. And with the Raiders, I love what they did. I love how they added old veteran players, and now when they're gonna start Derek Carr, this could turn into a Russell Wilson type situation where you could have a whole bunch of guys a whole bunch of veterans surrounding him, and he doesn't have to do much. All he has, all he has to do is learn the system and make the right plays and not make big mistakes. He can rely on that running game. I think that running game is gonna be great with McFadden and Reese Jones Jr. and Corey Sheets, who played in Saskatchewan. He was one of the top running backs in CFL. He could be a pretty good third running back, or maybe second running back. I think so. Watch out for Corey Sheets. Um, in the AFC, I have the New England Patriots coming out. I do not trust the Broncos. I honestly don't think the Broncos can win it. Yes, they added some talent on the defense side, but pretty much I have seen this Peyton Manning move, and I pretty much know what's going to happen. He's gonna give you a glorious regular season, a record setting regular season, but when the playoffs come, he's gonna he's gonna fold. We've seen it back to back. We've seen it a couple years ago with Baltimore. We've seen it this year with Seattle. Well, not exactly. Seattle just came to beat the living breaks out of it. So I'll throw last year out. But anyway, I do not trust Peyton Manning in the playoffs. He's kind of like LeBron James in the playoffs. He likes to freeze. So I'm not going back on that route. So I think the Patriots will. I think they're more motivated this year. And I think that one of their wide receivers will have a breakout year. Dobson, Kimbrell, Thompson, or Kimber Doctor, or you can have Robert Gronkowski. I think they have a lot of weapons. I think they added a good piece in Darrell Reeves. He can be that key. He can be the difference guy. I thought that he had a pretty bounce back year last year, so I think it will be a Patriots and a Saints in Super Bowl. And I have the New England Patriots winning it all. Yes, I have the New England Patriots winning it all. I see this game going to be a shootout, back and forth, and Tom Brady's going to lead the Patriots to the Super Bowl. I believe in the Patriots. I believe that you guys can do it. You have a pretty weak division. Think about it. I wouldn't have to worry. I wouldn't worry about the Dolphins, Jets, or Buffalo. They all in the building phase, so pretty much y'all can just ease on by in that division. So I have the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl. So that's how I see it. If you like it, like it. If you can comment. I would love to have a nice debate in the comment section as long as you keep it respectful, guys. Keep it respectful. That's all, and take care, and bye bye.